Alrighty, fellas, good morning. How are we doing today? Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. We got some goofiness happening over today, April Fool's Day. It's April 1st here in PokeMMO, so people are memeing around, people are doing things. I think they're trying to save Unova, they're trying to delete Unova. I don't even know what's going on, but I wanted to come join the chaos over at Nakreen City in Channel 1. The PokeMMO community is just they're always up to something, man. They're always causing some sort of chaos. Some people are reporting the news on it. It's a good bit. Anyways, sorry if I sound a little nasally or anything like that. I'm a little bit sick, or my allergies are hitting kind of hard, so apologies if it is it's coming through. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to stream recap 489, I believe, which is crazy. Let's go ahead and jump into our daily Pokemon news. If you don't know, we cover daily news here. We cover catch events, extra resources for players in the community. We have a really cool resource to cover today that I'm super excited for. There is a catch event happening today, so if you're watching the recap a little bit late on this one, my apologies. Not that I can do about that. There are future catch events hopefully coming up soon. Nothing is scheduled right now, so the catch events are a little bit light at the moment. But there is this one today on April 1st at 5 p.m. ET. It is a Gulpin catch event, and it's an April Fool's catch event. So they actually reversed the scoring, where low scoring wins. Low scoring does better. So whoever gets the worst catch today, whoever has the worst RNG today, actually ends up winning, and winning a shiny Gulpin, which is a very, very cool one to see. So I'm excited for this. Excited to see how this tournament comes out. Next up, there is a team tournament. Another team tournament coming up. There's team tournaments, I believe, every month in PokeMMO. I believe it's every month or every so often like that, and these are the best of the best PvP teams in Pokemon. If you want to prove yourself to be one of the best teams in the game, you've got to show up to these, you've got to participate, and you've got to place and do decently well. And then eventually at the end of the year, you can, if you do well enough in the team tournaments, you can contribute and try and play in the cup of the year. So the cup of the year is like the big tournament of the year that's super crazy, super impressive. Definitely check it out. I think this is, if you want to prove yourself as a PvP player, check out these team tournaments. And speaking of PvP, I legitimately cannot give credit enough to everyone, Quad Engine, Royal Bakers, and Milas, and anybody else, Team Pori. These are the kind of resources that make me happy to be in the modern era of PokeMMO. These are the resources that allowed me to get into PokeMMO way back in 2013. Similar, obviously, this is an updated resource, but this is beautiful. When it comes to getting into PvP, one of the hardest parts is building the teams. Team building is an incredibly difficult, incredibly complex, incredibly in-depth skill. And it's it's almost impossible to do as a brand new PvP player. I cannot recommend enough copying someone else's team, or just, borrowing their team essentially and learning PvP with that, and then making adjustments that fit your playstyle along the way, right? So this kind of resource from Quad Engine and everybody else like GS Tricks who contribute to this, they lay out team comps for you guys for VGC, one of the coolest PvP formats that's kind of being underappreciated right now. I want to try out VGC upcoming here in the future, hopefully, in PokeMMO, man. It's so cool to see. They've got Dragons in the Rain. These are teams with no legendaries or mythicals to also cut down on price. This entire team, I think 5 times 31, or like very close to it. This entire team, yeah, I think like really, really good stats. If not 5 times 31, can be bought for about 2 million Pokeyen, which is very, very affordable. You can earn more than that in like 5 or 6 days of Jimmy runs. This is less than a week of Jimmy running in PokeMMO. So just really, really cool to see. Tailwind offense, Sunroom. Also, as someone who's like less familiar with doubles in like the VGC format, it's really cool to see things like Jumpluff getting play. See things like, I assume this is Eviolite Electabuzz, like the Pokemon that get played in doubles. Crobat is really cool to see, man. Gardevoir down here seeing play, like that's so interesting. There's a lot of Pokemon that are viable in doubles that wouldn't normally be as viable in singles or different formats. So it's really cool to see, man. Go check this out. This should be linked in the description. If it's not, you can yell at me and call me one name, preferably Stinky, in the comments. This is some of the most important resources that can exist in PokeMMO, is helping players get into activities, helping players get into PvP, into shiny hunting, into making Pokeyen, all that stuff. So just a really amazing resource, once again, from Quad. I thank you for making it, dude. Next up, let's move into the to do achievement showcase. I do actually have a, here's my to-do list for the day, if you are wondering. I don't usually show this on camera, but here you go. Here's the little behind the scenes, the to-do list for the day. We got the question mark profit meme down here. Let's just go ahead and continue forward. We've got the achievement showcase to cover. And this is one of those achievements that's hard to put into words how insane this is. This is from AKA Frozen, and he called this the 4 out of 4 insane active location shinies that exist in PokeMMO that are really hard to find, if that makes sense. The big one that I know, so I'm not even super familiar with, like you can see the patch rat says hatched inside of truck. I don't know how you get that. I don't know where that is. Cave of Origin. I don't know exactly where that's at. The big one that I do know is the Magikarp in the bottom right says caught at SSN. The only way you can get that shiny Magikarp is by doing the Kanto storyline up until the SSN and then sitting there and using your old rod until you get a shiny. And that is it. That's it. That's the only way. So like, it's insane. This guy has gone through crazy unique grinds that no other Pokemon player has. He might be one of the only, if not the only player with that SSN shiny. Like, that is a super insane one. Super rare to see in PokeMMO. Super unique shunts. Just ridiculous. I love if you could explain more about the other. I just don't know enough about the other spots, unfortunately. So I would love to learn. These are insane Pokemon. Next up, Henrik got himself a full box, 60 Pokemon that are all 5x31, correct natured, and EV trained. The amount of Pokeyen and time and energy dumped into this, what a cool flex, what a cool box, what a cool thing to have that full box. Really impressive, really cool, Henrik. Nice work, man. Next up, Smooch, fellow PokeMMO content creator, PvP extraordinaire, won himself a seasonal tournament. Now, from my chat could correct me, from my understanding, seasonal tournaments happen every season. I don't know if it's either once a month or once every 3 months. I believe it's once every 3 months, because I believe the way it's a PvP season, right? So this was at the end of April, or the end of March, excuse me. So I think these are every 3 months, if I recall correctly. So that you only have, what, 4 chances a year to win one of these? Like, that's, you don't have, yeah, 3 every 3 months. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of chances, man. Once every 3 months. Yeah. That's, wow, that guy is cool. Yeah, there's Smooch in chat. Also, you have the IGN Kyle is crazy, man. But congrats, man, to win a very exclusive tournament like that so many people are trying to win. It's really impressive, man. Congratulations. All right, next up, dude, pretty crazy achievement showcase today. A new world record has been achieved when it comes to the Battle Tower doubles level 50 format. Shamandra, I always butcher the name, so I just call him Sham, who is like widely considered to be one of the best, if not the best, Battle Frontier player and grinder in PokeMMO, just hit a new personal best, a new record with 1,792 games as their win streak. 1,700, or sorry, 1,000, yeah, 1,000, yeah, it just sounds so crazy. 1,792 wins in a row at Battle Frontier. Bro, I would get like 50 while grinding for RP on the IronMan account. Like, that's insane, dude. That's so insane, dude. Congrats to him. All right, next up, Moss Salamander got their first shiny in PokeMMO, a shiny Rapidash. Congratulations, but they got it after losing a shiny Ralts months prior. They went for they wanted to like do a little bit of casual shunting while ending the game or whatever, and they ran into a shiny Ralts on accident. They didn't know that it had sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the spam. There's a lot of meme spam. It's April Fool's, man. You gotta embrace the chaos, okay? Bro lost a shiny Ralts, sadly. It was able to get a Rapidash and kind of like reclaim some of that. So congratulations over to Moss Salamander. I think it's a beautiful shiny, regardless of how common it is. Still a really cool shiny. Fun. The Rapidash and Ponyta used to be one of like the more desired, one of the more rarer shinies back in the day. So it's still really cool to see, in my opinion. All right, next up. This is a cool story from Rosalie. I'm gonna call it Rosalind, okay? Rosalind got a shiny Cottony at 5,000 encounters. Okay, kind of neat, you know, a cool shiny, not a, you know, nothing crazy, but like fine, right? Now, what really makes this story cool is the full story of this person's shiny history, okay? Look at this. This player went 165,000 encounters dry on their first shiny. How do you not give up? How do you go 165k dry as a new player and actually make it through to the shiny? Do you have any idea how impressive that is? The reason we don't see new players go this dry very often is because they quit. They give up before they get to that point. That is insane resilience, insane endurance, and insanely impressive mental strength. The shiny Kakuna at 165,000 encounters, and then the next shiny they went 77k. This fucking gamer went what, 200, I'm terrible at math, 230,000 encounters dry for their first two shinies. They almost went 10 times odds in total for their, 300k for their first, I guess it'll be one shiny or whatever. Okay, I'm bad at math, but like, that's insane. 230,000 encounters for their first two shinies. Bro was over 100k encounters per shiny on average for the first two shinies. And thankfully, we all know if you hunt long enough in PokeMMO, RNG evens the fuck out. So they then got an 11,000 encounter Grimer, a 17,000 encounter Cinccino/Minccino, then a 9,000 encounter Rapidash, and then a 6,000 encounter Frillish, and then the 5,000 encounter Cottony. And I hope their good luck continues. They deserve more of a wet streak even still, because going that dry in your first two shunts is insane. This is insanely impressive once again from Rosaline. So congratulations. I can't believe you pulled through that. Like, so few people would do that. You made it. It's a legendary story in PokeMMO for a new player, in my opinion, dude. So that's our achievement showcase. We have a lot more to yap about. Chat is yapping, chat is spamming tons of hashtags that I have no idea. Hashtag save Unova, hashtag justice for Obas, hashtag march for justice, hashtag release mommy Cynthia. The PokeMMO community is energetic today, to say the least. Let's go ahead and see what else they may be up to. Dude, what I love about this is that this was just like community, like global chat just organized this, which I think is beautiful. Like this, the PokeMMO community is very like coordinated. Like it's a little scary. You guys you guys have power, man. You guys can organize and come together so fast. You love to see it, man. And like this many people, what is this? It's 1 p.m. on a Wednesday. We got all these people over here in like Nuvema town, like switching towns, just following like the staff members and stuff around to yap and like say random hashtags. Yeah, people are asking any April Fool's update. I have not seen anything, any April Fool's updates yet, and it could be nothing could happen. They have done updates for April Fool's at like 3 p.m. or like those are usually like very casual if they do happen. We have seen April Fool's updates a few times in PokeMMO. Also, shout out to Gherkins, who was I was curious about the origin of his name and he gave it to me. But yeah, nothing April Fool's update related yet. We'll see if something changes throughout the day. Dude, shout out to PokeForce. PokeForce, upcoming Pokemon MMO, still being developed on and still just in like heavy development phases. They went ahead and put out an April Fool's patch notes, man. Removed all bugs. Bug typings no longer exist. Pure bug type Pokemon are now normal type. The first shiny Pokemon encounter will always flee on turn 1. Charizard will become a dragon and fire type Pokemon on Tuesdays and Fridays from 2 to 6 p.m. Surf encounters no longer trigger battles. What else? Player driven economy replaced by developer controlled dictatorship based. Pokeballs now require a 36-month payment plan with 8. I got some good ideas on here, dude. Hell yeah. PC system now costs 500 Pokeyen per month per box. Reworked job skill XP curve. Level 92 is now halfway to 99. Banger. We are not taking suggestions from Bazarial anymore. That's the smartest one out of all of those. That was a good dude. And there's way more if you want to go read for yourself. They put a lot of effort. There's a lot of bits and references and puns. A pretty big post, hilariously. So shout out to PokeForce for taking the time and effort to do that, man. Oh, wait. Wait, I clicked on this and I didn't even... Wait. This is an IronMan. No way. Wait, this is a really big deal. Wait, Iron Sega. What the fuck? You can't just link this to me out of nowhere and not give any context, history. This is a lot of things. Number one, this is easily the first shiny Kabuto on any IronMan account. That's almost like by far, right? Secondly, this might be like the third like second or third egg shiny on an Ironman in total. There's so few egg. I know there's a shiny Skitty. I think shiny Skitty was the first one. There's so few egg shinies that exist on Ironman accounts because it takes so long, obviously, and it's such a grind and an insane thing to go for. Dude, this is nuts. Iron Sega, congratulations, man. I can't even, words don't do it justice. 9,200 encounters. Congratulations for making PokeMMO history. This is an insane, what a good pick too. Kabuto is such a good pick, man. Congratulations. Well, there are no 31 stats, rebred. So when something is egg shiny hunted, it doesn't come out with, only wild catches have a 31 guaranteed. Dude, I love this kind of conversation. Someone was asking, like, you know, Pat, like, is it worth it to create some sort of like discharge, hyper voice, Jimmy Run team? Because I really love like Raikou, Zapdos, whatever. If it makes you happy, go for it. The biggest thing with Jimmy Runs is just there are plenty of strategies, plenty of options available. It all comes down to nowadays, how much effort do you want to put in for how much Pokeyen, right? More effort's going to equal more Pokeyen. Or like, if the team makes you happy, that really factors in. Like, a bad Jimmy Run is still a good Jimmy Run, or bad Jimmy Run is still good progress. If you hate double Typhlosion, I would encourage you to try to mix it up and try something else. Try to find something else. Try to explore different strategies. You have to enjoy your Jimmy Run team. If you do not enjoy your Jimmy Run team, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a lot harder to grind and a lot less fun and all those things. Yeah, if you have a yeah, exactly. Osa said, if you have a shiny and you want to build around that, go for it. Like, try it. Like, it is so important to have a Jimmy Run that you enjoy, that you can do every single day. If you have a Jimmy Run that like you dread doing, you never want to do it, maybe you do it like once a week, you're making much less progress than if you were to just have a, you know, Jimmy Run that made less Pokeyen, but you actually enjoyed and would for sure do every single day. You gotta have that consistency, and whatever can help you. Like, sometimes being inefficient is actually more efficient, because if it helps you have consistency, it makes you happier. That's going to equal more consistency, which equals more efficiency long term. PokeMMO is a marathon, not a sprint. You gotta figure out, I always tell people, I encourage you to find the percentage between personal flair and efficiency, right? It's like a graph that looks like, or like a bar, right? So I always say that I'm probably somewhere around like 60 to 80% efficiency, and then like 20 to 40% personal flair, depending on the day, right? I like playing the game like decently efficiently to be able to have access to things I want to have access to, but I add a lot of my own personal flair, and I do a lot of things inefficiently. That sometimes shocks people, as someone with 11,000 hours who's played the game for so long, who, you know, does guides. I think it's important to encourage people to play the game. Inefficiently does not equal bad, right? Sometimes people don't understand that. If someone sees someone making less Pokeyen than them, they literally can't compute in their brain, like, why would you do that? Which is, you know, annoying to deal with. But then vice versa, some casual players don't understand why someone cares so much about being efficient. And that's not, you know, at the end of the day, no playstyle is wrong. Just find what works best for you is the beautiful part of PokeMMO, and how there's so many options. That's what's so sick, is like, you can do a Jimmy Run that's 100% efficiency, or you can do one that's like 1%. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's really fucking sick in my opinion, that you have those options. A lot of other MMOs or other games would just pigeonhole you or force you into like one style or one type of gameplay if you want to achieve a certain thing. Pat, have you considered doing a BUY-RonMan, where you can only buy Pokemon you can't catch, so you'll have no green outlined Pokemon in the decks? So you'll have no... You can only buy Pokemon you can't catch. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's like the opposite. That's funny. Wait, I mean, that's okay. It's like an opposite. It's like an April Fool's opposite of an IronMan account. An account that can only... You can't catch any wild Pokemon. Does that mean can you catch starters, or not starters? Can you catch shinies? Is there an outlier for that? I mean, I would hate that account because you can't shiny hunt potentially, or maybe it's shiny hunt becomes really important because you can only use shinies. I have no idea. The idea of a BUY-RonMan, like BUY, it's really fun. I mean, it's a perfect account for stimulating the economy. It helps the economy. I love the idea of an account that just Jimmy runs and train reruns and then just buys Pokemon and is not allowed to catch anything. That's hilarious. What are your thoughts on hardcore IronMan? If your entire party whites out, someone in chat says, you lose the account, similar to World of Warcraft or Minecraft. I think if people are brave enough to do that, I love it. I think it's amazing. One of the hardest things with that would be raids. You could do them. You could do raids on a hardcore IronMan account, but you might have to do them differently or be like so good and practiced on them the same way you would do for like any sort of hardcore bossing on like old school RuneScape or something like that. Like, I mean, it's very, if the rule is, I was scared the rule of a hardcore would be like, oh, if a Pokemon dies, you have to like release it, and that's too, I don't like that because that's too restrictive, because with raids, like your Pokemon die all the time and they're going to, you can't really stop that. But I much more prefer the ruling of if you white out, your account just gets deleted. That's way more interesting and way more like you can actually fight back against that. I would never do that. There's a reason I never played a hardcore IronMan on old school RuneScape. Dude, I die all the time. I'm an ultimate Ironman. I was the 75. I gotta do the weird flex. I was the 74th person in the world to match an ultimate Ironman. Not even 73. I know, Keck W, joy emoji. I really, yeah. I loved ultimate. I loved ultimate Ironman. I love the extra game modes that add like extra layers, and there's different little. I'll pass on hardcore, bro. I played Minecraft on peaceful keep inventory. Like I respect the hardcore players. I really do. It's not fun for me. It's not my style. Like I don't like having to play a game where I have to be full focused all the time, and if I'm not, I like lose all my, like that to me is like too stressful for a video game. And I love taking video games seriously and treating it like a little bit like a job, but that's even too insane for me. I love long grinds. I love long incremental progress, but I think hardcore kind of just gets in the way of that for me personally. But I obviously I love that people do it. It's great content, and it's good, inspiring goals to be achieved, you know? What do you think of the idea of some catch events or tournaments offering a first place prize of a Master Ball would be an insane incentive? I have no problem, even beyond that. Master Ball is a cool item, and I do like that it's limited, but it'll still be plenty limited. I'm fine with Master Balls, more Master Balls being brought into the game. I think that would be a perfect example of a totally, like a very interesting, very cool collectible a lot of players would want to pursue. Like having like 6 or 7 Master Balls would be such a flex, such a cool like collector's piece, without being broken, you know, without hurting the game at basically at all, essentially. I could even see Master Balls not even just through catch events and tournaments, but come into the game through sealed product at a super rare rate, or like through something like the game corner. I could see Master Balls raid reward. I could see Master Balls maybe battle BP or battle point, battle frontier reward for like certain win streaks. I think they should keep and save Master Balls as a reward for some sort of cool content they add in the future. Great idea. It's a good question. It's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. And like, if I'm logging something on a shiny board website, for example, my opinion does not matter. It comes down to whatever the website like logs it as. So Osa was asking, what's your stance on alt account shinies counting as your OT, like your OT shinies? I count them. That's for me personally. I think any shinies that you earned yourself are OT shinies. That's an opinion. Feel free to disagree. A lot of people have conflicting views on that. I understand. There's arguments of balance in terms of like being able to shun on multiple accounts. I totally get it. I just really care about the effort put in personally. That's why we were just talking about, I count catch event 1 shinies as OT shinies. Not everybody agrees with that. I understand. Feel free to disagree. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't you know? I think shinies that you earn yourself are OT to me. Obviously, like I think shiny board, like the website, for example, they don't count for like the sake of the leaderboards. They don't count alt account shinies as OT. So I'll log them not as that. I'll log them on different accounts or whatever. That's really important. You want to play by the rules of whatever website or whatever leaderboard you're using. But I personally, alt account shinies, any shiny that you earned, alt account, catch event, you know, etc., rebred shinies, unknown OT, bought shinies off the GTL, those are obviously not OT, but anything that like you like earned and caught, if that makes sense, I count those as OT personally. And to add on to that, like the point of the OT system is to prove that you earned the shiny, which is one of the most, we used to talk about it a lot like 3 years ago, because no other Pokemon game really has a system like this from my understanding. PokeMMO invented the perfect integrity system for shiny Pokemon, and nobody talks about it. The OT system alone is genius, and is a large part of why PokeMMO shiny hunting is so damn good, is because you can tell who put the hours in and earned their shiny versus who might have credit card swiped or just bought the shit. Which not to diss or like disrespect, or collect shinies however you enjoy, right? But there is a difference of someone, you know, buying one versus, you know, versus 30 hours versus 3 hours, yada yada yada. So I think it's a beautiful thing to see that we have that OT system. So in my opinion, I still count catch event and alt account shinies as OT, but I would understand if someone didn't. Someone in chat just said, after 20 years of playing Pokemon, I finally just got my first shiny and I got it in PokeMMO. Such an awesome feeling. Dude, congratulations, number one. That it is an awesome feeling, and that's insane, dude. So that was a Bellsprout. Dude, congratulations, man. I also, it reminds me, dude, I used to get asked questions. This was like 2 years or so ago. I would get people in my stream chat being like, why do you shiny hunt in PokeMMO? You can't even transfer them to the original games. And I was like, at that point, why do anything, right? Like, but I think the more interesting thing is like the sentiment there is like, oh, they're not legitimate shinies, or they don't really count, or you can't even like transfer them up to the modern game. But like, I think PokeMMO might be the best Pokemon game to shiny hunt in, because you don't have to worry about transferring them up. You don't have to have all these different devices, Pokemon Home, you know, Pokemon Bank, whatever they use nowadays. I don't know the current system, but like there is so much you have to have. How many people catch a shiny on an emulator and they never, you know, just sit on the emulator, or they catch a shiny, you know, on their cartridge, and it just sits on that cartridge forever. They never transfer it up, right? Yeah, no one cares. Yeah. Also, I mean, I'm not a Pokemon player, I'm a PokeMMO player. But one of the biggest things that really bummed me out with modern day Pokemon shiny hunting is I'm a Pokemon Go player occasionally. Pokemon Go is insane for shiny. How is that allowed? If you don't know, you can transfer shiny Pokemon from Pokemon Go to the mainline games. I think that was the point where it's like they just gave up on trying to balance shiny hunting. I did a community EV weekend where the shiny EVs, if you don't know, in Pokemon Go, the base shiny rate is like 1 in 500, and the community days are like 1 in 20, 1 in 25 shiny rate. I got 52 shiny EVs in 2 days over a Pokemon Go event. I have like 800 shinies on Pokemon Go, and I don't play that seriously. That's insane. Like I've put maybe 100 to 300 hours into Pokemon Go, and I have 800 shinies, versus I put 11,000 into PokeMMO and probably have like 65 or less. Insane. Not to say rare is just better, but at a certain point, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of shinies if they're so abusable? If we make something that's rare no longer rare, right? At a certain point, the quick dopamine, I get it. A lot of people like that. I think I also, to be fair, I also like Pokemon Go. I think Pokemon Go is a perfect combination with Pokemon. I'm not trying to shit on Pokemon Go. I actually like Pokemon Go. I think it's a good like combination Pokemon game with PokeMMO. You have PokeMMO for your long-term grinds, Pokemon Go to go touch some grass and have the shorter-term stuff. That's an awesome combo. It's good to have both, right? But why can you transfer shinies? Why can you transfer stuff from Pokemon Go to the mainline games? That to me makes no sense. I get it's for the appeal of people to spend money on Pokemon Go, I guess, but that makes no sense. All right, this is absolutely nuts. This is PokeMMO Tools. It's a website that I believe Team Mister either runs or uses for a lot of like numbers and data tracking and keeping track of who has what shiny, stuff like that on their team. Team Mister, widely considered either the best or at least one of the best shiny hunting teams in PokeMMO, has 6,981 total shiny Pokemon on active users on their team. That's insane. A PokeMMO team only allows for 150 people, right? So that is, what is that, like six? What's the average? Is it like average of, so let's do 6,981, and I doubt that everybody's even logged like on this. I could be wrong. 6,981 divided by 150. That is that right? I'm bad at math, but that seems insane. The average Team Mister member has 46 OT shinies. Is my math correct? That feels unreal. The average shinies per member is around 46 to 47. That's insane. It's on the website. Oh, they literally have a stat track. I'd have to do my own math. Fuck. Okay. But that, dude, that's ridiculous. 46. I mean, it's what it takes to be the best. And what it takes to being the best at anything in the world is incredibly hard. 46 to 47 shinies per person is, on average, is insane. No shots. People are saying that someone caught a -2 Gulpin. No fuck. Bro, what? You're nuts, bro. Trash Can, what a great name. Trash Can Turb. 1 minute into the event? This is 2 minutes, 1 minute and 45 seconds into the event. Bro got an 8 Gulpin, that's -10. It's a -2 overall score. This event's gonna be amazing. -2 overalls. I don't know. It's, you don't see negative scores very often. That's amazing, dude. And someone else got a, dude. We're like 5 against 15 minutes. Oh, it's Comfy Coda. Wait, I know that name. I feel like I could be. I think they pop in stream sometimes, bro. Congrats. I feel like I recognize that name. Maybe I just see them in game, bro. Congratulations, man. Bro, someone got a shiny Mainline at 571 encounters. Also, I feel like Mainline's the much better shiny over. Plus Ultra's like a little more red or whatever, like orange. The green is so good. Also, that's a raid usable shiny. Like, that's, you have to breed the stats. To be fair, the stats are rough, but like that's a really cool shiny. One of the cooler shinies to get here, in my opinion, man. Congrats to Coda. All right, fellas, we have catch event results for the Gulpin catch event. 4th place, 175. That is a high catch. Wow. For a like low scoring, like minus point event. Congrats to Boshi. Bosch in the 175. 3rd place, 8. 8 being 3rd place. Congrats to Q Gifa. 2nd place, 7. Amazing name. Frogonian. Oh, that's no Frog Onion. I see you in Twitch chat, bro. Congrats, man. Congrats on 2nd, 1st ever catch event, 2nd place, dude. You loved it. The catch event luck continues, man. Congratulations. And then 1st place with a grand total of -2 points. The guy who caught his Gulpin 1:45 into the event, Trash Can Turb. Amazing name, amazing catch. -2. It's not every day you see negative point totals in a catch event, dude. Congrats to Trash Can Turb. Thanks for joining me, guys, on another catch event. I love them in PokeMMO. It's a great way to be involved in the community, break up your grinds, and they're really efficient for IronMan as well. And already, fellas, we're going to go ahead and call it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go be rating Spidget, who has a very special April Fool's stream today. So I'm excited for that. Like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps, guys. Liking the videos, let me know what you enjoy, what kind of content you want to see. Even though the stream recaps are every day, it's always good to see what kind of content, what things you want to hear me talk about and see me cover is really helpful feedback for me. Like the videos if you did enjoy today. Subscribe for daily videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, and I will see you guys tomorrow. For now, have a good day. I'll see you guys Thursday for the final stream of the week. But for now, fellas, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.